When we talked to the people in Malaysia, we watched this video, and in it, they actually talk about the climate at the beginning. I got in contact with a professor in Canada who wanted to have students of his that are education students connect with classrooms, either by blogging or something like that. And I got picked to have the student that was in Malaysia, who is a Canadian studying abroad in Malaysia.
Did you hear what she said? They have two seasons, wet and hot.
Wet and hot. Okay, so they have 2 seasons, wet and hot. And they have... So he and I connected and decided what we wanted to do in my class. We threw out a lot of ideas, and then he finally came up with the idea of doing Did You Know videos. And so that video that we were looking at in class today is the video that he made with the students in Malaysia that he was working with. Studying the climate of this area.
I school at 5 a.m. wake up 5:05 study yoga. 6 o'clock go to school.
Okay, so they wake up at 5. Why do you think they wake up so early?
It's very hot and humid.
Hot and humid, right? Do you remember me telling you the story about when I was talking to Mr. Jackson on Skype and he forgot that it was going to be on camera and he wasn't wearing a shirt? Do you remember me telling you that? Why wasn't he wearing a shirt?
Because it was so hot.
Because it was so hot, right? Now, this is actually where he stayed. What can you tell from that area? Nick?
It's more like populous and rural than the school where they filmed the movie.
Yeah, it's much more populous, right? What does it look like?
A city?
A city, right? It looks like a city. But if we go over to where his school was, and I don't know distance-wise, like how he got there all the time and stuff, but what does this area look like?
Oh, it's very rural. It's very rural.
It's like very foresty.
Yeah, it looks like a rainforest. Perfect. And when we think of Malaysia, we just think maybe one thing. We don't think about it having different aspects of it and things. I use Google Earth a lot in my class because it gives them a sense of getting to see it from the big picture and then narrow in to the smaller picture. And today I was able to show them, you know, how one part of Malaysia is a city and very grown up and industrialized. And then there was another part where you could tell that it was mostly just rainforest. I don't know before Google Earth how a geography teacher would have done that, to be honest with you. Thankfully, I haven't been teaching geography long enough to know.